was a much larger layer buried beneath the initial sewer tunnels that you went through, and it was full of spiders. I had a lot of fun playing as the spiders and torturing you all. You had a lot of fun being terrified and realizing, oh my god, the webbing, it's everywhere. And there was an ingenious idea to try to burn it all. You guys successfully were able to burn out a section that had a bunch of larger spiders in it and deal with them accordingly. However, one of which was a spider that none of you had seen before that was able to blink in and out of existence, and upon blinking into existence, it attacked Shadow. Shadow fell in a single attack, but was not out. He was in a comatose, paralytic state that, after a little deduction, you were able to reason he was stable. You ventured on and noticed a latched door on the floor at the end of one of the tunnels. You were able to go through it and see a residence of some sort. You looted it for all it was worth and made sure to tear up the bed and place a piece of shit on the pillow.
Yeah.
Upon leaving, you all walked out, saw the incredibly hairy mess in the corner of the room, surmised that it might be better to deal with at a different time, especially when your party is not up to snuff in terms of health, spells, and capability.
Mm-hmm.
You all went back to your respective domiciles in the Guildmaster's Hall and tried to go to sleep. However, an event happened in Carl and Shadow's room that a few seconds later, Yorn and some more were able to hear a door slam open. As soon as they opened their doors to try to investigate what had happened, they noticed a wall of darkness that they could not see through at all. Samor tried to look around his room for a window to find a way out. Yorn decided he was going to try to venture through the darkness and make his way to Carl and Shadow. As soon as he reached the doorway to get to Carl and Shadow, the darkness fades. Everyone has visibility. Carl is in a worse for wear state, and Shadow is in the fetal position. How would you like to continue?
In the stables, I open my eyes, then I turn over to Graw, and I just shrug, and I close my eyes again.
That's very cat. Now, of course, you sleep standing up, so this is... You just kind of look at him. Do you have eyelids?
No idea. Andy, do I have eyelids?
Do you have eyes?
You would. Yes,
all right.
yes. Sportcap has eyelid. He has functioning eyes.
Okay.
He has no mouth. He has a sense of smell. However, he has no nose.
Horrifying.
Okay.
A medical anomaly is what I am.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
much so.
So,
Very much so.
magic. I
Magic.
ask both, Shadow and Carl, what the fuck just happened? Are you guys okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Carl's gonna feel his back, and is there any darts sticking out or anything?
There
I
are
don't know.
2
There are?
darts
Oh, fuck.
in the back of your chest.
Oh my
Ah.
God. He's gonna pull those out real quick and
Reaching
Okay.
back, you grab darts, and you notice they're very similar to the darts that you pulled out of the spider. However, they're not covered in any sort of goo or liquid that you know of.
Yeah. Wonderful. He's gonna look over to Shadow and be like, you know where these came from?
You'll see Shadow just quickly nod his head as he's just kind of sitting there, terrified.
You okay there, buddy?
He shakes his head no.
You want to talk about it, buddy?
Once again, shakes his head no.
I walk up to Shadow and slap him and say, "Tell us now."
Shadow's not even going to notice it.
Oh my god.
After hearing the slap, I approach the room and enter and ask, "Do you guys know what happened?"
And I turn over.
Nope.
Shadow does, but he's not talking. I tried to slap him back to his senses. Not even a peep.
I just shake my head.
Okay.
Well, do you wanna sleep somewhere safer tonight, Shadow? And Carl just kind of opens up his chest a bit.
Shadow's just gonna kind of look over to Carl and then just continue to fucking look forward.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Well, I'm
Well,
out of spells for this, so there ain't
all
much I
right.
can. Oh wait, there
I'm
is something
gonna-
I can do.
You got
Um,
something?
It ain't much, but I can do a ritual cast to detect magic.
Yeah, go ahead with that. And while you're doing that, I'm just gonna use. Would it be investigation or perception, just to kind of look around the room, see if anything's out of place, see if I notice a footprint or something like
Investigation.
that. Investigation. Okay.
Yep.
It's not good, but we'll see what I got. A 9. Not great.
Carl, look over to
You
Samara.
notice
Hey,
you notice that the door that is the entrance to Carl and Shadow's room is violently kicked open. Almost to the point where the door jamb is kind of splintered,
Shit.
Hmm.
and that's about it.
Well, they obviously used magic. So I say, yeah, the door got smashed open. We know they magically, it was magic darkness, but I can surmise that was probably some type of magic deafening as well. So we didn't hear that door smash.
No. Going back, you heard both. The whole reason why it came to Yorn's and Samur's attention that something had happened is you heard a door slam open.
Right. Okay. Never mind. My bad.
And
Alright.
while Carl's getting ready to cast detect magic and is ritual casting it, as he's basically pulling things out to assemble the little device that will detect magic for him.
Yep.
He'll look up to some more. Hey, go let the guys in the stable know, if you don't mind.
I nod and proceed proceed outside to the stables.
Well, that's happening. They have a window in their bedroom, right?
They do. Everyone has a window in their
Right.
respective bedroom. If you were to imagine this, the Guildmaster's Hall is designed so that there's a large entrance area and some mild seating in this area, and then as you enter down a hallway, it branches toward the shallower side of the building to the point where there's 3 doors, one to your left, one to your right, and one in front of you, all being the outsides of the building. Like, beyond the doors are rooms, obviously, but the rooms are buttressed against the outsides of the building.
Okay. I'm gonna, because obviously I noticed nothing ajar in the room besides the door. I'm gonna go over to the window and look out and see if I see anything. Would this be perception or investigation?
Investigation again.
Okay. 8.
The window is not locked shut, but you notice a very faint dusting as if it hadn't really been touched
No,
in a
I'm not
while.
looking at the window. I'm looking out
I'm
the
sorry.
window to see if anyone's running
Oh.
around or running away.
Okay. No.
Would that be investigation or
That would be perception.
Okay.
Perception. Sorry.
14.
14. No. You notice actually nothing because of how late it is at night.
Oh, true. It's dark as shit.
Yeah,
probably,
it's dark. It's dark as shit. You'd be able to see it, obviously, if you're wearing a glass. You'd be able to see through it. But no, everyone's in bed. Aside from the random guard or two that may be walking the streets,
Damn.
nothing disturbs your.
And none
your
of the
line of sight.
guards seem like they saw something or alerted at all?
No, none of them seem worried.
Okay, I
on
turn
edge.
back and report that to, everybody in the room that, doesn't seem to be any, anyone running, or the guards don't even seem to be alerted. Everything seems quiet outside.
Mhm.
So,
Okay. Carl, going to you, as your detect magic spell ritually casts, you notice that on the tips of the darts that you pulled out of your back is a faint sense of enchantment magic.
Hmm. And the device that he's assembled, basically, it looks like a one of those like the magnifying glasses that you would use for like working on electronics and that kind of thing, where it's supposed to be mounted to a table. Uh, he basically has fashioned one of those, and is kind of just like holding it up by the arm you would normally mount it to something with. Looking around the room, is there anything else that is emitting magic beyond those?
Aside, no, I wouldn't.
Besides
I
his
wouldn't
top hat,
presume.
of course. Or
Yeah,
his,
no, the top hat. Sorry, the top hat that because this was not discussed in the last session. I'm sorry about that. Um, the top hat is emitting a illusion based magic, I believe.
And I forgot we had rapid attunement, but I was just going to attune to it over a long rest anyway, so I won't worry about it for now.
Okay. Aside from all that, yeah, no. Unless anyone has anything magical out in the room, nothing foreign is emitting anything magical.
Okay, and to make sure that I got it right, it was transmutation magic on the darts at the tips.
No, enchantment.
Enchantment. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, so Carl's gonna hold up the darts. All right, he's got enchantment to the. I don't know what.
Just the
It's
tip.
enchantment. Yeah, just the tip, but
Mm-hmm.
kind of like with his claws, he'll kind of pinch it close to where that tip starts.
Okay.
Yeah, there's enchantment here. Don't. Pretty sure I know what it does, but yeah, he kind of hands one to Yorn. If you ever need to stab somebody, that might make him go to sleep. I don't know.
The darts are fucking magical too. And you see
No,
Yorn starting
The
to.
darts are not magical.
Yeah,
just the
I know.
tips.
Enchantment. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, that's Yorn's just starting to freak. You can see him starting to sweat a little, and he's starting to get really paranoid.
But same kind of dart that was used on the big spider. So somebody's watching us.
I
And we
look
thought
at
he was gonna-
Shadow, and I'm like, I know you know something. Who the fuck is following you?
Shadow's looking forward like it's as if he's been scared to death.
Yeah, okay. Well, Yorn knows the fear of death, and he's starting to feel it. So he walks over and picks you up by your collar of your shirt and puts you up against the wall and goes, "Who the fuck is trying to kill us?"
He's still in the fetal position. He's not moving.
Jesus Christ. I kind of just drop you and let that go. Okay, so we have, and I turn back to Carl and go, we have assassins trying to kill us.
Well, they had the drop on me. They
Shadow
wanted me
shakes his
dead.
head.
I would have been dead.
Yeah.
And they didn't take the
Okay.
hat. So they weren't robbing us.
Well, Yorn still is really getting very, very anxious and goes, well, they want something. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
said they didn't take anything off of you?
Nope. He's gonna look over to Shadow. You got anything missing?
Shadow shakes his head. No.
All right. Well, maybe it looks like you need to sleep. So he's gonna take the dart. Do you want to sleep? And kind of wave it in front of Shadow. Because I think this will help you sleep.
Shadow's gonna hide under the bed.
Just poke him.
I mean,
Poke
you
him in
can
the
sleep
foot.
in me. It's fine. I won't eat you.
Sleep in me. I love it.
Ignore the teeth.
And just, where the fuck are Samira and everybody else? They need to get here. They need to know what's going on.
Meanwhile, while this is all happening, Samur walks outside toward the stables to Sportcap and Graw.
As I approach the stables, I get sight of Graw and Sportcap sleeping on the side and pull out my sword, equip my shield, and start banging my sword against the shield to wake him up.
So as you bang your sword and shield, I'm just gonna grimace and go.
I don't think we're
What?
asleep. This is all happened in
Yeah,
like
but
10
we're
minutes of
trying
us
to
getting
sleep.
there.
We're trying.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like right as everyone was getting ready for bed, this all
Yeah.
started.
And
happening,
since we
so
were
haven't even
outside, we
the
had
chance
much longer time to just get ready for bed. Or being a giant dog, lizard, cat thing, I could probably just fall asleep in 5 minutes.
Douglas.
Oh boy.
And
Seeing your guys' reaction, I go ahead and yell in a booming voice, "Get up now!"
There you go.
I'm gonna do a little dog shake and get up and go. What is it?
Seems like our young kobold has had an incident.
Which one?
Get back to the lodge.
Which one?
Which one?
Because
Kobold.
we had one before. We came back from an incident.
Which one?
Oh, this is a new
Oh,
one. Is what-
this is a new one.
Yeah, this is the new one.
Yeah, I forgot there was another incident.
Yeah,
Almost died.
yeah.
Died. Well, seems like somebody has it out for us. We need to get back.
Us.
Now.
I didn't see anything.
Of course not. You're sleeping in the stables.
I've been out here the whole time. I didn't fall asleep yet.
Uh
I
huh.
was about
That's why I caught
to.
you with your eyes closed, huh?
I can sense when people are walking up to me, mister.
Clearly, you didn't sense me walking up to you.
Meanwhile, I still have my eyes closed.
I'm gonna. I chose to ignore you, and then I'm gonna slap my tail right next to Spore Cap.
I open my eyes.
And then I'm just gonna gesture with my head, just like toward Samur, and say, "Let's go."
I start walking.
All right.
So easily persuaded to hang out with the group. I love it.
So I suppose we start walking back towards the towards our rooms.
Mm-hmm. Coming back in, Kepler addresses you, a little perplexed as to why Sporcap and Raw are coming inside, but dismisses it and just lets you continue on.
All right. So we head to Carl's and Shadow's room.
At this point, Carl is trying to pull Shadow from under the bed and stab him with the dirt to make him go to sleep.
And Yorn is
Shadow basically has his sword drawn and is just trying to like hit the dart away.
Extremely anxiously pacing back and forth and like muttering to himself. Very freaked out.
Carl's just there. A good night's rest will do you good. Just let me send you to sleep.
So I'm gonna poke my head in there real quick and just see what's going on, and then I'm gonna look back to Samur and go, "I think they got it handled."
The second you poke your head in, Yorn sees you because he's freaking out. And he goes, "He's got fucking assassins after him! And they're following us now! What the fuck?" And he just keeps pacing and freaking out.
Sporecat, as you start approaching the doorway, you notice the door jamb is splintered, as a strong impact had kind of shattered it a little bit.
You know, maybe I can relay that to my party. Well, never mind.
Bruh.
So at this point, Shadow's gonna realize everybody's in the room, and he's just gonna kind of hold a hand out to Carl to like stop him.
Okay.
Stab him.
Yeah, I'm very tempted to just be like, poke.
He held the hand out, just hit him with the dart.
I'm not gonna do the just Shadow voice for this whole thing, so I'm just gonna kind of quickly explain. Shadow's gonna get kind of just move out slowly and just kind of sitting on the bed, explain that it wasn't an assassin that was after any of you. It was Shadow's brother had come for him with a message. He then explains that Shadow became an adventurer because he was bored of his home life, left, and in doing so endangered much of his people. People died, and now they want him to come back and stand trial.
Hmm.
Carl's
Why-
just gonna
Yeah, go
nod
ahead.
and
Go ahead.
he's gonna sagely nod. And, yeah, you and I are kindred spirits in that regard. Although I ate most of those people.
You'll just see Shadow kind of like go wide-eyed and go, okay.
Why did you leaving cause so many people to die?
He explains, Shadow explains that he was a scout in the cave system for his kobold clan, and that he was basically one of the... It was made up of a couple of different scouts, but he would basically alert the clan if anybody came close or looked like they were entering the cave.
Okay, so they just weren't alerted to an ambush or some kind of attack.
You kind of see Shadow shrug. I don't know. All I know from my brother is that apparently many died, and
Okay.
he's a very skilled monk, very devout to our clan, and I don't know if we can fight him.
Yeah,
Is-
Bjorn's been pacing behind everybody as you were all crowding around Shadow. He hears that and then freaks out and kind of peeks over everyone and looks at Shadow and goes, "You mean to tell me that was one assassin? Not a team. One. It was just one."
Shadow kind of looks up and goes, "It wasn't an assassin. It was just my monk brother."
What? What kind of family reunion is it where he has to come in magical shadow to come talk to you, Shadow?
Well, basically his message was either come back willingly, or I'll take you back kicking and screaming.
Sounds like a loving family.
I walk up to Yorn, put a hand on his shoulder, and say, "Let's torch it.
Towards what?
The entire village."
Oh, I'm down.
Village?
I mean,
Village,
my idea was to just
town.
leave Shadow behind and let his brother take him so he's not bothering us. But, you know, torching the village will work too.
Carl's gonna look over. So, which village? We talking his village, pointing towards Shadow, or this one?
We're bound
Or
by, or both.
Yeah. Bjorn was like,
I-
I didn't know, but I was down for either or.
I just laughed. No, we're bound by this village or by this town. We're bound by Ram's orders. He's going to drag Shadow back. His brother is going to drag him back, kicking or screaming. So if we bring the fight to them, they won't have a say in the matter.
We could just go to the town.
I think that's what he's suggesting.
Well, I mean, why does it have to be violently?
I'm
Shadow,
standing.
Shadow kind of says, "You will not be attacked so long as I'm with you."
Oh,
One of my paws is gonna go gesture towards Shadow and go, "See, we'd be fine."
However, if I'm found guilty, I could be put to death.
Yeah, that's
We
fine.
will be fine.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that.
We will be rewarded.
You just kind of see Shadow slump.
I immediately pull out like some chain handcuffs or rope or something and get ready to tie Shadow up.
I'm standing in the doorway. My eyes are closed again.
You fell asleep at the door.
Quick question, Andrew.
Yeah.
How much would I know about the general, the general lifestyle and things of kobolds, and like, say for example, their natural curiosity about treasure?
Mm-hmm. Being where you're from and your experience with, things that live in caves underground and such, yeah, for the most part, most kobolds would be very, very, very want to hoard treasure and take treasure. However,
Okay.
I'm going to let Shadow speak for himself in this regard.
Okay, so I'm gonna look towards Shadow then in that case, and your clutch or whatever they call themselves.
Plan.
How? Okay. How obsessed with treasure are they?
We don't really have a system of currency. It's more of a barter system since it's just us in the caves.
You
But-
guys didn't have a hoard or anything?
I mean, we just like shiny things.
See, that's
said
what
it-
I was asking about.
Shiny.
So
Doesn't
if you
necessarily
saw,
have to be money.
so if you saw a, I don't know, random chest sitting out in the open, would they go grab it?
Shadow
If it-
goes, they might investigate it.
We need to find the prettiest chest. I see where you're going with this, Carl. We need to find the prettiest chest ever so that Carl can mimic it.
You mean the mimic?
Carl just kind of
make
looks at you and is like, I can just already do that.
Like one with gold and diamonds on the outside, not just the inside?
I mean, I can make myself look like whatever, and
Perfect.
the stuff inside me would just be, the
Yeah.
stuff we got. So,
Yeah. I meant the outside just to make it more appealing. I didn't know
I can.
if you needed to see one with diamonds or something. I don't know how your power works.
So I would assume that like changing the metal bands from just like regular metal to just gold looking wouldn't be that hard or difficult.
Perfect.
No, not for you.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome.
Like I wouldn't make it overly fancy. I wouldn't like make myself gem encrusted. 'Cause that
Well,
wouldn't.
I mean, if you're shiny, they like shiny.
True. I don't know. I might be able to like replace where my eye would be with like instead of an eye, it's like a gem or some bullshit.
Yeah. That's more what I'm saying, The shinier, the
Yeah.
better. We're going fishing. You gotta have a good lure.
Well, Carl will look over to Shadow. Well, the good news is you're gonna bring in a big chest full of goodies as an apology.
Very shiny.
Wait, hold one last question, of course. If I eat 1 or 3 or 5 of them, is that gonna be a problem?
Shadow kind of nods. They're still my family.
But do they taste like chicken?
Shadow's just gonna go wide-eyed and go, I don't know. Never tried. We don't
Gotcha.
really cannibalize our own.
Gotcha. So eating is off the. Well, there goes my plan.
I point to Carl. Not necessarily. We can always eat his brother.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah, his brother's the one that's chasing him down. If we take him out, we don't have to worry anymore.
Shadow just kind of looks around and goes, I don't know if that's possible.
It's fine. We're gonna kill your brother.
Please don't.
It's been decided.
Please don't.
That or we hand you over. It's your choice. I just don't want him following anymore.
And looking back over at Shadow, so did they give you a deadline or what?
Shadow shakes his head. It'll be a little while. He still has to go back and report to the council.
How far away is your town?
You want to bring up the Elvisville map or the world map there, Andy?
Sure can.
Thank you. Over here.
No,
No?
it's up here.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, I knew
Yeah.
one of them you were talking about. Okay, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
because
okay.
this is pre-stream and everything, but you all met in these foothills right around here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it would have been Carl, Samur, and Shadow. Shadow was coming from the north, Carl coming from the south, and Samur coming from the west. So yeah,
So
it was
then, yeah,
it was
all the way up
this
there.
set of foothills.
It's way up by the storm horns. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's really far, my dude.
Like,
We still have jobs. How annoying is your brother going to be while we're trying to do our jobs here in town?
I mean, you guys will be attacked but not killed. Eventually, he's just gonna come back to me, and he's just gonna try and drag me back.
I look at you very seriously and go, I really don't like being followed.
I'm gonna look at him and go, "Do you think I do?"
So this gets dealt with. Would you like to be handed over, or would you like us to kill your brother?
Neither. Can we just go and plead my case?
What is your case? I hear that you left and people died, so I don't see a defense here.
Yeah, right. It sounds like we're handing over someone who killed a bunch of people.
I was not the only scout, though.
That is true.
Do we have to find the other scout?
They're most likely still there.
Well, and I'm just gonna like turn, and my tail's gonna kind of slap against who's ever nearest to the doorway. I'm going to bed. We can talk about this in the morning.
Yeah, I turn and walk out as well. Now that I know I'm not in danger of death.
Okay. So, you all head to sleep.
Yep, Carl will
A
actually get
very-
onto the bed and then pull his arms and legs in so he's just a chest sitting on the bed. And go to sleep like that.
I really hope my character was almost asleep and then you started screaming. Yorn's just pissed as fucking bed now. Awake fucking.
You just hear, upon the screaming, you just hear Kepler in the background like, "Shut up!"
Oh my god, Carl, you've been doing this for hours!
Yeah. So you all go to sleep. A restless night for a few of you, and an interesting night for some others.